things that can shoot at us.
And Fox's Greg Palcott reports from Istanbul. Iran keeps counterattacking.
Throughout the entire region, at least 8 Arab countries have been hit, including 3 U.S. embassies, actually pushing the State Department to issue a call for all Americans to leave the area. The hitch is, guys, air travel has been disrupted from many of the key airports in the Gulf region. Also disrupted the production and shipment of energy. Refineries closed. The critical Strait of Hormuz has been disrupted.
And oil prices keep rising, so does gasoline, up 9 more cents this morning. AAA's national average for regular $3.19 a gallon, up 20 cents in 2 days. A new Fox News poll shows voters split 50-50 approving the U.S. strikes on Iran. Only 29% say President Trump's handling of Iran makes us safer. Just over half say less safe. Now to primary results.
Tens of thousands of Texans have shown up to rally with us in every corner of the state.
That's Texas State Rep James Tallarico, who was hoping to flip his Senate seat blue. He beat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, the Democratic primary. The Republican side incumbent Senator John Cornyn faces a May runoff against Democratic Attorney General Ken Paxton. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The rain hasn't let up since yesterday. Rain and 44 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 57. Good Wednesday morning. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
We did set a daily record yesterday for March 3rd, 2.59 here at Indy. That broke the previous record, 2.24, from just 3 years ago, March 3rd of 2023.
That's forecaster Joe Neal at the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. He says rain will ease up just a little bit today, but more showers are on the way. And he says you could expect some flooded roads today.
Be prepared to move to higher ground if at all possible. And you want to make sure that the routes you would use to get there are also clear as well.
And a flood watch is in effect until 10. A community open house that was supposed to give AES Indiana customers a chance to speak directly with company leaders had been abruptly canceled last night after the utility reported receiving threats. This woman says she's
very disappointed. I feel like that AES owes the consumers as far as an explanation.
And the event had been scheduled long before this week's announcement that AES Indiana and its Ohio operations are being sold to a private investment group led by BlackRock. The deal would shift the utility from public ownership to private control. And while customers wait for answers from AES, they're also feeling new pressure at the pump. Rising tensions in Iran are pushing gas prices higher. Here's John Eric.
Gas Buddy's head of petroleum analysis, Patrick DeHaan, says there is elevated risk as Iran threatens vessels that need to travel through the Strait of Hormuz.
That is a piece of infrastructure or waterway that sees almost 20 to 25% of the world's oil supply flowing through it. Iran has essentially de facto shut down the strait, not necessarily by the military or by force, but by threatening.
He says prices at many stations throughout Indiana could get up to as high as $3.49 a gallon by the end of the week. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
College basketball number 15 Purdue is at Northwestern tonight at 8:30. Senior night in Bloomington as IU looks to break a 4-game losing streak against Minnesota at 6:30. Coverage starts right here on 93 WIBC at 5:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next on a wet Wednesday morning at 6:04.
As America celebrates 250 years, WIBC takes you inside the moments that built a nation.
The Spirit of 76. A 1-minute look at this day in the Revolution. The battles, debates, and turning points that transformed a collection of colonies into these United States.
Weekday mornings at 7:35 and 11:35, and afternoons at 3:35 and 6:35, or anytime on demand at WIBC.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
War rages with Iran a 4th day.
93 WIBC.
A defensive posture against the Iran-backed terror group Hezbollah.
What happens next?
The price of the gas pump surged up 11 cents this morning.
Happens here.
More than 1,000 flights canceled again today.
Stay in the know.
More than 1,000 enemy combatants have been killed in Iran.
While you're on the go.
6 American troops have been killed as well, 18 wounded.
The Supreme Court ruled Trump's global tariffs were illegal. Companies are now filing for refunds.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Southsiders northbound 65 slow Raymond Street up to the South Split. That is a construction zone, and a crash just reported over on the west side is 16th and Tibbs. Watch for flooding and ponding today, especially on the city streets. It has been raining big time. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21 plus. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. The wet weather continues here. We saw some steady showers that are rolling through the city. I'm hopeful we're going to get at least a little bit of a break from the consistent rain here in the next hour or two. That said, I think some spotty showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder, possibly between mid-morning to mid-afternoon. Today's high 57. We will see a return of widespread rain, some thunderstorms as well as we go into the evening and overnight hours tonight. Steady temperatures, low only down to 56. That steady and potentially heavy rain continues for the first half of Thursday. We'll break off the rain into the afternoon. Mild, Thursday's high 66. Friday, mostly cloudy, near record high temperatures with just a few spotty showers and storms. 76 for your high Friday. Rain and storms for Saturday morning, 67. Sunday looks good, partly cloudy, and a high of 62.
That is Marcus Bailey right there of Wish TV. We appreciate you, Marcus. You do fine work. Go live your life. You don't need to bother with us people right now. 44 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:07. So all those protests you see in downtown Indianapolis from these answer people, I mean, we told you they're ridiculous. I mean, they are communists. They are what they are, what they are. They're all supported by the CCP, Chinese Communist Party. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Just the news with the reporting. Chinese state-run media promotes these anti-war protests, which are organized by a name that you may have started hearing about, Neville Singham. Communist, all supportive of the communist Chinese, tremendous amount of money, finances a lot of these anti-American protests. And you saw it immediately. After the strikes hit Iran, you immediately saw people out there with their signs and all printed. Where'd they get the money to do this? Well, now you know. You had the Answer Coalition, which stands for Act Now to Stop War and End Racism. These are communists. You had the People's Forum, Marxists. Code Pink, pathetic, sad, really just distraught women with no lives whatsoever. And also communists. And the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Communists. They're all communists. And their goal is the destruction of Western civilization. And so they're getting financed through China to engage in these actions. You can't allow money from China to come to the United States. You can't allow it into these groups. It has to be stopped. Who cares if they're happy? You want to go out there and protest against the U.S., I can't stop you from doing so. You're an American citizen. If someone wants to be a moron, they get to be a moron in America. If it was the case that you couldn't be a moron in America, if it was really the case that we didn't allow morons in America, you wouldn't have MSNBC. So the money flows to them. They then engage in these ridiculous protests. And we can't allow that to happen. You can protest. You don't get foreign money to do it. Don't care if you're happy. Don't care if you complain. Sue all you want. Blah, 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 blah. We don't allow foreign nations to disrupt our nation. You want to be a disruptor. Can't stop that from happening. I can stop the flow of foreign dollars into your pocket. Happy to do it. Also, to the group Answer and all the rest, it's embarrassing to watch you. So weak, so low-minded, so inarticulate, so incapable. Now, like all communists and all Marxists, a threat, and you have to keep an eye on it, and you have to keep fighting it, you have to keep exposing it, and the people who support these kinds of despicable low organizations. Because Marxism left unchecked is a weed in the garden. It will kill everything. But look, you see the Iranian people, I think it was Hollywood Reporter, Iran's large community of diaspora filmmakers has broadly come out in support of the U.S.-led attacks that result in the killing of the Ayatollah. To which I responded with, hey, dear liberal white women, why won't you listen? Why won't you learn? Same thing is true with communists. You're the only ones who support the Ayatollah. You're the only ones who support the absolute torture of citizens and throwing gay people off of rooftops. You, communists, support this stuff. Liberal white women support this stuff. People who have lived through it, people who have family members there, they know better. Translation, commies, you're all really dopey, and you need to be fought. We need to win, and you need to lose. And we need to cut off the money supply from the Chi-Coms. We should do that immediately. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Tolling rates for a new bridge at 6:32. Don't miss IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast with keynote speaker, Purdue University President Mung Chiang. RSVP now at ibj.com/events.
Hey, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And I'm not going to lie to you. I needed help. I got a bald spot in the back of my head, and it's embarrassing. I see it when I'm on television. I see it when I'm on the YouTube channel. So I decided to reach out for help. And my friends at We Grow Hair Indie decided to help me out here. These guys are the absolute best. I was a little leery about it. I could not have a procedure that, one, hurt, or two, left me looking like I'd been scalped. But after I talked with Darren and the entire team at We Grow Hair Indie, they told me their state-of-the-art technology, the progress made in hair growth, it's going to be okay. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Contact the team at We Grow Hair Indie, 317-522-2995. That's 522-2995. Get that free evaluation. It's free. You can also go online to WeGrowHairIndie.com. Contact them today and do this with me. WeGrowHairIndie.com.
Get the Dugan Air Premium Service Tune-Up for just $57. The Dugan Air experts won't just inspect, they will fine-tune your furnace to perfection with a detailed 27-point safety check. Plus, Dugan Air's no breakdown guarantee means you'll bask in comfort all winter long without worry. In Johnson County and South Central Indiana, experience the Dugan difference. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com.
Premium service, no shenanigans.
Guy Relford here. Time again for the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show this coming weekend at the State Fairgrounds, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's never been a more important time to exercise our rights as true Americans. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See the best in sporting, hunting, and personal protection gear, plus great displays of Americana. Come see us this weekend at the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show, Friday 2 to 7, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. It's the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show. See you there.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Good morning, Tony. Crash 16th at Tibbs on the west side. Also south side, northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street to the south split because of construction. Getting a report of flooding on Hannah Avenue. Actually, this is Harding Street between Hannah and 465. Got that on the text line. And if you're safe, you can text me your traffic tips with the flooding at 239-9393. Traffic sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. place. Running a business is hard enough. Odoo makes it easier with one simple all-in-one platform. Start today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
44 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Want to start testosterone therapy? Go to Low T Center, the area's #1 TRT clinic for effective custom testosterone covered by insurance.
This month, get a free T-test. Visit lowtcenter.com and book right now.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. 800-659-7540. That's 800-659-7540.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or drexelin.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Американская фирма Transceptor Technology приступила к производству компьютеров «Персональный спутник».
Texas primaries last night, and oh my. I mean, how do we even go forward? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Especially when you realize Jasmine Crockett is out. Losing the primary to James Tallarico, racism alive and well in Texas. What, we don't say that now? James Tallarico and Stephen Colbert conspired to keep a black woman from being on television to make her case for being the next senator from Texas. I find that despicable. What? We're not doing this? We're totally doing this. Totally doing this. But Tallarico beats Jasmine Crockett, and for the record,
Democrats with Stephen Colbert.
I don't need that right now. Begins. Sorry, I'll let that go. Tallarico, you should know, is his own special kind of, here.
Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front.
There it is. You're going to make the argument in Texas that we should be pro-illegal immigration. Good work. No, I mean, that's it. That's the clip that's going to be taken. We should absolutely want legal immigration. We should absolutely oppose illegal immigration. That's the line. Every other line is nonsense. But it isn't the only thing that took place in yesterday's primaries. It was Cornyn coming in ahead of Ken Paxton, but neither one of them got 50%, so the Republicans will have a runoff. The sitting senator, John Cornyn, with 41.9% of the vote, over Ken Paxton, the Attorney General, with 40.8% of the vote. So he's ahead by a full percentage point. Wesley Hunt was also in the race. He had 13%. I don't know where the Wesley Hunt voter goes, but they will have a runoff between those two for the Republican nomination. I still argue that Cornyn will have an easier path to victory than Paxton, because there's going to be a lot of money, a tremendous amount of money that pours into this race. And of course, leftists are already saying that Tallarico is the future of the party. And the future of the Democratic Party is progressive, beta, and lily white. I did not know this. The future of the party is Pete Buttigieg, whom is now being featured. Did you see the feature in The Atlantic? It's precious. Pete Buttigieg in the wilderness. Pete Buttigieg, the Harvard graduate, Rhodes Scholar, and McKinsey alum, now has a beard and a spitting maul. Can he convince America he's a man of the people? And it's him, like, sitting in a diner with a cup of coffee, and he's like, oh, look at me, I'm rugged, and I'm tested, and I'm ready to go. As smarmy as ever. 0% of the black vote. He gets 0. Nick Fuentes gets more black votes than Pete Buttigieg. By the way, for anybody who follows Nick Fuentes, that Groyper Jew-hating freak, you understand that that guy is a scam artist, right? I'm now against Trump. I'm going to vote for Democrats. Okay, man. Oh, no, I don't watch. A story came across the transom. I was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what he is. Whatever I can do to gin people up. He's Candace Owens, but without the charm. By the way, the Candace Owens story gets weirder because she did a whole piece the other day where she's like, you know, when Erica Kirk met Charlie in Israel, I was there. I was there in the airport, and she never mentions me. And people are like, oh, my gosh, this is really a jealous lover. That's exactly what Candace Owens is. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Let me get back to Texas, where the part 2 story is that Dan Crenshaw, the sitting congressman, lost his primary. Crenshaw loses his primary to a guy by the name of Toth, T-O-T-H. The hate for Crenshaw is real. Very, very, very real. And he opposed Trump on some things, and that seems to have been the end of that. Ted Cruz endorsed Steve Toth, T-O-T-H, Steve Toth. He put himself as the more MAGA guy. Toth got 56% of the vote. Crenshaw, 40.5. The district was redrawn. So, that's a strange, strange career that Dan Crenshaw had. Very, very strange career. Then we get into one more fascinating race, which is the race of Al Green. Al Green is the guy with the cane who's always disrupting the State of the Union, and he's yelling and screaming. He's a caricature. He came in second place in his district in this primary. He has represented the 9th Congressional District since 2005. But a guy by the name of Christian Menefee, a Democrat, of course, the Democratic primary, is in the lead. This is going to go to a runoff. Menefee has 48.75% of the vote, and Green has 43.13%. Now, you only need 50% plus 1. If you have 50.1% of the vote, there is no runoff. So, he's close. One of the issues is that Green had to change districts because of the redistricting. And that has changed whether or not people want him. Also, Green is 78. Menefee is 37. I don't know thing one about Menefee. I do know that Al Green being out of office would make me smile. So that's just some of the story in Texas. Jasmine Crockett, of course, is going to be out of her head. Jasmine Crockett is going to be very clear. There was cheating.
All Red has already stated, we encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior to be rewarded. Because so long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it. So I am asking you, I am begging you to make sure that you go ahead and figure out where it is that you are supposed to vote, stand in line, wait in line.
Okay. She understands that that's all going to get used by whoever the Republican nominee is against Tallarico. Oh, Jasmine Crockett will burn it all down. It's going to be amazing come November. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Southside northbound 65, stop and go traffic from Raymond Street up to the South Split. And then on the west side, northbound to 465 after Crawfordsville Road, a crash has been reported. We don't see any delay there at the moment. Please watch for flooding. Flooding has been reported on Harding Street between 465 and Hannah Avenue. Thank you for that tip. And if you're in a safe spot, text your flooding, 223-993-93. I'll see it and I'll get it on the air. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
Spring is right around the corner, and we bet you're excited for warmer weather. But as temperatures rise, make sure that your energy bills don't. Keep those cooling costs low with Window Nation's high-quality, energy-efficient products. Simply request a consultation where their experts will visit your home, spot problem areas, and make recommendations. Your customized windows can be installed in a day. Once completed, your home will be shielded from outside hot air while you remain cool and comfortable inside throughout the spring and summer.
There's no better time to upgrade your home with Window Nation. In March, the more you buy, the more savings you could enjoy. Up to 50% off all window styles. And be sure to ask about Window Nation's generous financing options, including $0 down, payments as little as $199 a month. Visit windownation.com. Get that free consultation today. That's windownation.com.
Do you know what a high school athletic administrator does every day? A lot.
Athletic administrators hire coaches, schedule referees, and organize games. They maintain facilities, purchase equipment, and arrange transportation.
They prepare budgets, secure sponsorships, and oversee school safety. They coordinate volunteers, communicate with parents, and handle public relations, and so much more.
Not only are they educators, but athletic administrators are mentors and marketers, accountants and HR managers, fundraisers, and problem solvers.
They wear so many hats. They have to work long hours to do it all. And we couldn't play high school sports without them.
To every athletic administrator in Indiana, thank you for everything you do to make education-based athletics possible.
We see you, we salute you, and we are thankful for you.
I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Show your appreciation for athletic administrators by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is recognizing their role. This is applauding their work. This is your IHSAA.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. The spring rains are beautiful until you see water leaks around your fireplace and hear dripping inside your chimney. In March only, save $200 on any chimney repair. We're Indiana's premier chimney professionals, ready to fix it right and keep your home safe. Call me now at 317-757-6979. Chimney Solutions, Indiana. Stop chimney leaks before they start.
You know when you order a medium coffee and they hand you a large for the same price? Well, that's what the heroes at Zero Res are doing this month. Get a free size upgrade on every whole home air duct cleaning package. You pay for standard, you get the next size up. More vents, more returns, more fresh air. After winter in Indiana, your ducts need it and your home needs it the most. Call 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com, and ask for the WIBC special.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They say turn around, don't drown. Rain and 44 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. going up to 57 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Some roads this morning are in poor condition after rain hasn't stopped since yesterday. Forecaster Jill Neal warns that even a small amount of moving water can sweep your car away.
Especially if it's flowing with any sort of speed whatsoever. A foot to a foot and a half of flowing water will float just about any passenger vehicle. And once your tires have lost contact with the ground, you are entirely at the mercy of the water. And you're going where it's going. And if roads are flooded, 93 WIBC's Matt Baer is all on it. He'll be along with traffic here in a few minutes in the 93 WIBC Traffic Center. Neal says a flood watch is in effect until 10 this morning. The U.S. has closed some of its embassies in the Middle East and Gulf, including in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Lebanon, because the region has become very dangerous as fighting spreads. At the same time, the U.S. government told Americans living in or visiting about 14 countries across the Middle East that they should leave as soon as they can because of serious safety risks.
The U.S. is very clearly focused on degrading Iran's military capabilities on land through the continued destruction of Iran's missiles launchers and missiles factories, and at sea, crippling the Iranian Navy and its ability to control the commercially critical Strait of Hormuz.
That's Fox's Jonathan Hunt. American officials say 6 U.S. service members have been killed in fighting so far with Iran as Iranian strikes have hit U.S. military sites and other targets across the region. Texas State Representative James Tallarico won the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate, beating fellow Representative Jasmine Crockett.
This is what Republicans like to do. And so they specifically targeted Dallas County, and I think we all know why.
And Crockett says she plans to sue. She also received support from entertainers like Cardi B, who posted videos on Instagram. That did not work. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes on a Wednesday morning at 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. The new bi-state tolling body that oversees financing for the Interstate 69 Ohio River Crossing project has unanimously approved 3 resolutions, including one that sets the initial toll rates for the future bridge. If current projections hold, drivers of standard passenger vehicles would pay $3.14 per crossing with a prepaid account and transponder, while drivers billed by mail using their license plate would pay $6.25. Jasper Rubber Products in Dubois County is reportedly set to close its doors next month as its parent company continues through Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings. Michigan-based First Brands Group has informed employees that Jasper Rubber's facilities will close and layoffs will commence April 30th. Jasper's mayor told our partners at WEHT Channel 25 the move will impact 330 workers. Elkhart-based Thor Industries is reporting fiscal second quarter net income of $17.8 million, compared to a loss of more than $550,000 during the same period last year. CEO Bob Martin says the RV manufacturer's results are in line with expectations in a, quote, challenging retail environment. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
LaPorte Mayor Tom Dermody says an updated tax agreement reached by the city with Microsoft related to the company's $1 billion data center campus is a win for the city's future. Microsoft has agreed to pay its property taxes on the project in full, with the LaPorte Redevelopment Commission allocating 15% of the tax revenue to the LaPorte Community School Corporation for 20 years.
They easily could have walked away and said, look, our deal is our deal. But they said, let's sit down. We felt it was best for our residents to renegotiate it.
This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Crash 16th at Tibbs Avenue, then northbound 65 on the south side. Stop and go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. Northbound 65 slows a little bit after Edgewood Avenue, 12465. Could see some flooding, especially on the city streets today. Please be careful and turn around if the water looks in deep or impassable. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors Shop, pet-friendly carpet, and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
If you don't follow Matt in Traffic at Matt in Traffic on Twitter or WIBC Traffic, your dog will get gout.
Oh.
That's pretty rough.
Why did you bring the dog into it?
Yeah, well, because Matt's very serious. He wants followers, and he wants them to be obedient.
This is all true. Never mind.
Unlike your dog,
Yeah.
which will have gout if you don't follow him.
Big bad gout.
Do you want your dog to have gout?
No.
Do you? Do you want your dog? Do you want your little puppy to have gout? Then follow Matt Bear. Yeah, that's an angry puppy. Just because you won't click follow. Gross. That was just weird.
Gout all over.
You made it strange. Me talking about a dog with gout, that's not weird. You growling.
No. Perfect. Everything's par for the course here today.
I'm going to give the weather now because Ryan Hedrick is waiting on us, and he's tired. 45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:37. We check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's going on?
Tony, what's up? The Indianapolis Colts are using the transition tag on quarterback Daniel Jones. What that is it lets Jones negotiate with other teams, but it also gives the Colts 5 days to match any offer he signs. If Jones doesn't sign an offer sheet elsewhere by July 22nd, he can negotiate with Indianapolis. Head coach Matt Painter says his Purdue team is not having fun right now on the floor after dropping back-to-back games, including one on Sunday to unranked Ohio State.
You can't say all teams get into a rut, but most teams do. And now, how do you get yourself out of that rut? You gotta make your hard work fun.
And Purdue's ranked 15th in the country. They play Northwestern tonight at 8:30. Senior night tonight in Bloomington as IU takes on Minnesota at 6:30. The Hoosiers have lost 4 straight, and the Indiana Pacers have lost 6 games in a row. They play the LA Clippers tonight in Inglewood. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today.
Letitia James is the Attorney General of New York. And Letitia James supports child abusers. Said it. Now, she can disagree all she wants. But let's discuss what it is that is now happening in New York. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. We are live streaming over there on the YouTubes. Go to youtube.com, go to WIBC, and you'll be all set. Letitia James, as the Attorney General of New York, is ordering a New York health system to resume mutilating children. As the story goes, the Attorney General says that New York NYU Langone Hospital needs to resume its transgender youth health program. What does that actually mean? How does that even begin to work? How can you order a hospital to do anything? It says you have to resume providing gender-affirming care to transgender youth. The Attorney General's office said the hospital's decision to shutter its program violated the state's anti-discrimination laws by, quote, jeopardizing access to medically necessary health care for some of the most vulnerable New Yorkers. Her argument, you have to mutilate children for their own good. Run this as an ad for forever, Republicans. You're going to win. These people are out of their minds. They're out of their minds. This is Letitia James saying abusing children is good. Abusing children is necessary. And no, hospitals, you're not allowed to not abuse children. This is a dangerous human being. Never mind disgusting. This is a dangerous human being who wants to abuse children. She's right there. Why don't I don't know, can you impeach? Can you remove from office? How about arrested for supporting child abuse? I don't think you're allowed to do such things. Maybe you can't get arrested for that. But holy hell, can we at least notice where these progressives are and how unashamed they are of their willingness to abuse children? Disgusting, despicable, low-rent people. That's today's progressive. That's Letitia James. Let's make sure we don't vote for any of that here in Indiana, shall we? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling. A familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling. A familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Tony, checking out northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic from Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a construction zone. Crash on the west side, 16th at Tibbs. Also on the west side, northbound 465 slows after West 10th Street up to Crawfordsville Road, and a little bit beyond that, a 3-minute delay. South side, northbound 65 slow between Edgewood Avenue up to 465. Watch for flooding today, especially on the city streets. If it looks like a flood, go another way. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interior. Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
47 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
You listen to WIBC. Now come work with us. We're looking for our next great sales assistant. If you're highly organized and ready to handle a fast-paced media environment, apply now at radio1.com/careers. Bilingual speakers preferred. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
As we watch what happens in Iran, and I have more updates for you there, including what may very well be next steps. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. There's a story that has not made headlines. And it is a 41-year-old mother who was stabbed to death by an illegal immigrant in Virginia at a bus stop. Are you surprised that it has not made front page news? Fairfax County Police, Department of Homeland Security, making the statement that Stephanie Minter, 41, was stabbed by a Sierra Leone national, an illegal immigrant in the United States. That's what happened. And this is a story that is not making the front pages. One has to wonder whether or not the objective is to desperately keep this from being a story. The people opposed to border security, which is to say today's Democratic Party, in the main, I mean, you could find people here and there. They are opposed to safety and security. I'll give you an example that has nothing to do with with this story. There is a story of voter fraud where a guy is sentenced for filling in 71 ballots. And the thing that we are told is never happening does indeed happen. I don't say it happens a lot. I don't say it happens with regularity. The stealing of ballots, the voter fraud. I make the argument that anyone who opposes voter ID favors the opportunity for fraud. And when the left says this never happens, well, it's not never, it does happen. And at no moment is it acceptable, so we should be aggressive in stopping it. When the left tells you, well, you know, more crimes are committed by American citizens, we could stop 100% of the crimes of illegal immigrants if we stopped illegal immigration and removed all illegal immigrants from the nation. It's just that simple. It is an undebatable subject that we are bringing up here. So when we take a look at this story of a mother being murdered at a bus stop, this was preventable. And the progressive left, today's Democratic Party, your Indiana Democratic Party, does not want to stop it. If they did, they would say so. They would speak loudly instead of screaming about xenophobia. That would be the story. That would be the whole story. Now, you will notice today in Indiana that you are learning something that was, based on the polling the other day, a pretty open secret, that the former mayor of Indianapolis, Greg Ballard, is running for Secretary of State. So you've got Bo Bai, the Democrat. You have now Greg Ballard. Is he running as an independent? Is that what he's running as? And then you have, of course, everybody's absolutely favorite fool, Diego Morales. The Secretary of State, Diego Morales, hired his brother-in-law.
He did what? Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
Picture me?
No! The definition of the word idiot, which you f***ing are.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
What are your qualifications?
Take his qualifications and then shove them somewhere. Who hires their brother-in-law?
That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Diego Morales is going to run again. Greg Ballard is running as an independent. Greg Ballard, BALLARD.com. And there was some polling out where it shows Bo Bai ahead of Diego Morales and Greg Ballard. But if one of them was out of the race, the Republican, or independent in this case, would do far better. And I think it is for the good of the party and the state of Indiana that Diego Morales drop out of this race. It's what's best for the party that Diego Morales step aside and let Greg Ballard win this. It would just be better for everybody. For the delegates, just because the guy shows up in your county doesn't make him a good guy. Doesn't make him a smart guy. Doesn't change all of the issues that he has brought upon himself. For Lindsey Eaton, his Tokyo Rose, and everybody who's a member of that staff, you should be embarrassed. You, like the staff for Joe Hogsett, should be ashamed of yourselves. You work for this guy? This guy. We're not talking about somebody I disagree with politically. Although I don't quite understand the people who could work for Andre Carson when he's friends with a bigot like Louis Farrakhan. But you work for a Joe Hogsett? You saw him speaking last summer. You got to wonder whether or not he's okay. You saw that he hired somebody who's involved in sexual impropriety. He himself involved in gross text messages and making women feel unwelcome, and you still work for him? You work for a guy who hires his brother-in-law, who gives bonuses in hopes that he'll get a kickback to his campaign, the $90,000 SUVs. You work for this guy? And you call WIBC fake news? Oh, honey. Effing Diego's got to go. Effing Diego, fake news Diego. He called WIBC fake news, but he had no proof of this, of course. So we now call him fake news Diego because he is. He's fake news, but it's a lot to say on radio, and we got to move quickly. So it's effing Diego. Isn't that right, producer Carl?
Yeah, we're just trying to help the audience.
Oh, that's all we're trying to do. It's all we're trying to get done here. So effing Diego, it would be best if you stepped aside. And for the delegates, what's wrong with you? You standing up for Republicans? The hell you are. I'm sorry nobody talks to you like this, but you need a little bit of it. you're wrong to vote for this guy. So stop. Stop. Voting for Diego is a ridiculous thing to do. Just because he showed up to your county? Holy hell. That's silly. Demand better, deserve better. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s.
Crash on the west side, 16th at Tibbs. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Are you within 5 years of filing for Social Security? You know, when you file impacts more than your benefits check. It could also impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and your Medicare premiums. Learn the best time for you to file for your benefits with a free customized Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. This analysis pinpoints exactly how you could get the most out of your benefits while considering the impact on your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and more. Go to yourretirementguy.com to schedule that analysis.
And it's absolutely free. If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what forecasters are saying about high water and flooded roads, what some AES customers expected last night but did not receive, and a former Indianapolis mayor makes a career decision after Fox News from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock.
The U.S. and Israel keep up the attacks in Iran. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We've already struck nearly 2,000 targets.
U.S. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper ahead of another Pentagon update next hour. He says they've severely degraded Iran's air defenses and destroyed hundreds of missiles, launchers, and drones and sunk 17 ships.
For decades, the Iranian regime has harassed international shipping. Today, there's not a single Iranian ship underway in the Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, or Gulf of Oman.
The concern about fuel shipments have lifted prices of oil and gasoline. AAA's national average for regular up 9 more cents this morning, 20 cents in 2 days to $3.19 per gallon. Iran keeps counterattacking, targeting U.S. facilities in the region, prompting the State Department to urge Americans to leave countries there. 6 U.S. troops have been killed. Fox's Mark Meredith reports.
The Pentagon releasing the names of 4 of the 6 killed, which include 35-year-old Captain Cody Cork of Florida, Sergeants First Class Nicole Moore of Minnesota, she was 39, 42-year-old Noah T. Gins of Nebraska, and 20-year-old Declan Cody of Iowa. Nicole's husband, speaking with the Associated Press, quoted, "For her to be one of the first, it hurts."
And Iran is also getting ready to mourn their dead supreme leader killed over the weekend with a 3-day funeral. Fox's Trey Yingst reports.
In neighboring Iraq, in the city of Najaf, the birthplace of Iran's former Ayatollah, there was a symbolic funeral procession held today where people were chanting against the United States and cheering for the Iranian regime.
It is a symbolic funeral, which we consider a condemnation of the forces of tyranny, imperialism, and the Americans.
A Republican congressman in Texas has been primaried out. Dan Crenshaw defeated by Republican challenger Steve Toth. GOP Senator John Cornyn headed for a runoff against State Attorney General Ken Paxton. Neither got 50% in the Republican primary. Whoever wins in May will face James Tallarico, who beat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in the Democratic Senate primary. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He says looks can be deceiving. It's 38 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Rain continues to fall on this Wednesday morning. We're going up to 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Flooding is hitting central Indiana this morning after record-breaking rainfall last night. Joe Neal, the forecaster at the National Weather Service Indianapolis, says driving through high waters could leave you stranded or worse.
When you think of picking up a single gallon jug of water and how heavy that is, and then imagine the force of, several hundred of those being exerted on your vehicle.
And he says if you try to get out of your car, you could be swept away in the moving waters. A flood watch is in effect until 10 a.m. this morning. Former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard has just announced that he will run for Indiana Secretary of State as an independent in the November election. AES Indiana abruptly called off a planned community open house last night where customers were supposed to speak directly with the company. Representatives said the event was canceled after they received numerous violent threats.
I don't believe the threat theory. I just feel like AES does not want to come and face the music.
And that woman was one of many people standing outside the meeting that was planned at a local YMCA. The event had been scheduled long before this week's announcement that AES and its Ohio operations were being sold to a private investment group led by BlackRock. Gas prices are rising across the Hoosier State this morning due to the tensions in Iran. Retail fuel prices are based on replacement costs, not historical costs. That's part of the reason that Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says most gas stations in Indiana will see increases this week to as high as $3.29, maybe even $3.49.
But again, kind of reassuring. I don't yet foresee $4 a gallon gas in our future. If that does happen, we'll be sure to keep an update on it.
In the immediate term, DeHaan says 2 price jumps are possible this week alone. A man now faces murder and arson charges after starting a fire at a West Side mobile home park last week that killed his girlfriend. Prosecutors say Randall Buchanan poured nail polish remover on the living room couch, lit it, and then walked away. The fire went out on its own, but Bonnie Arnold died from smoke inhalation in her bedroom. Somebody that vandalized a church is headed to federal prison. Jarrett Lewis reports on the sentence handed down to a Plainfield man.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for the state's Southern District announcing the sentence for 21-year-old Stephen Perkinson on Tuesday. He's going to federal prison for 10 months, followed by 3 years of supervised release, after pleading guilty to intentional damage to religious property and making a false statement to an agency of the U.S. The FBI investigated the case of Perkinson vandalizing the Maple Grove Baptist Church in Plainfield in November of 2024. Agents say he spray-painted a pitchfork and the number 666 on a sign outside the church and painted over the sign's cross symbol with an X. Perkinson later admitted to being involved in various satanic groups. Jarrett Lewis, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
College basketball last night in Muncie. Ball State had to work a little bit harder, but they got it done against Western Michigan, a 74-71 win in OT.
I thought we did a good job taking care of the basketball all night. I thought we broke down a few times. We really struggled is what I was worried about heading into the game. With their four, they played with the four perimeters, how they could all attack off the bounce.
That's head coach Michael Lewis. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:05 traffic on the fives. Good morning, Matt Bear.
Good morning, Ryan. Looking at the south side, stopping on traffic on northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. West side northbound 465 slow after West 10th Street up to 74 Crawfordsville Road. And on the south side, northbound 65 slow Edgewood up to 465. Inbound 69 looking pretty good from State Road 37 to 465. Watch out for the flooding today, especially on the city streets. Traffic sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, we've got some more light showers out there right now across parts of central Indiana. On and off showers will be possible throughout the day today with high temperatures around 57. And then later this evening, showers and thunderstorms possible, heavy rain, and even a little bit of some hail are going to be the main threats. Later this evening, we do have a level 1 out of level 5, so a marginal risk that some of those thunderstorms could reach severe criteria south of Indianapolis. Steady temperatures in the 50s overnight. Spotty showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, mid-60s, and much of the day on Friday. I think we get a bit of a break. Mainly cloudy conditions, an isolated shower or storm. It is going to be incredibly mild. In fact, could be record-breaking. The record high on Friday is 75. We're going with a high of 76. More strong thunderstorms could be possible late Friday night into very early Saturday morning.
So we're going to have record-breaking mild?
On Friday, yeah.
That sounds very anticlimactic.
At least it's not snow or record cold.
You just shut your filthy mouth.
Exactly.
God. Don't need to hear that kind of jibber jabber, that kind of ridiculousness from you, Hastings.
Get off my lawn.
That's right.
That is correct.
That is
correct. Wow. Nailed it. Gosh, I really say all these things, don't I?
You sure do. You sure do.
Ooh, yes.
So, there it is. Tara Hastings, Wish TV will catch up with you in a little bit. 45 degrees right now in the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Ooh, okay.
The time is 7:08.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
A lot happening over at WIBC.com. The Colts put the transition tag on Daniel Jones. A full disclosure, franchise tag I've heard of. Transition tag I had not heard of. $37 million transition tag, which means Jones, Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, who then had the Achilles injury, he could pursue other potential contracts. And Indianapolis has the right to match any offer sheet. Which also means there's no tag on Alec Pierce, who could be, if they don't get a deal done in the next week, a free agent. Can we at least agree, Carly Ursay-Gordon, that if we don't keep Alec Pierce, then we can fire Chris Ballard? Then it can happen? Is that the acceptable moment? Oh, I mean, if we ask about how he has acted, I believe politically, over the last years and statements made, I have got no love lost for the man. I don't know if I can make the claim that every move he has made as a general manager is a bad one. All I can do is point to a record. And it's acceptable to say who keeps their job with that record of not making the playoffs, of not succeeding, of not moving forward, of draft picks that did not work. And you're like, well, what about the draft picks that did work? You were outweighed. But Alec Pierce is one that worked. And now what happens if you lose this deep threat? I would argue the best wide receiver that could be in free agency. Bad things. I would say making it much more difficult to think of a playoff run. But that's the Colts. Then you have the story about AES. And you may have followed Jonette Cruz from the WIBC newsroom, who shared a statement from Indiana Treasurer Daniel Elliott. After learning the news yesterday of the reported deal between AES and the consortium, consisting of BlackRock, EQT, the Qatari Investment Authority, and CalPERS, I have spent the last 24 hours gathering information and I'm increasingly worried by this potential deal and the impact it will have on Hoosiers in central Indiana. Now, Jacob Stewart over at the Indy Star says that he asked Elliott for comment a few months ago and there was no comment, maybe when it could have stopped this deal from happening. I stated yesterday that I don't know if I'm bothered by BlackRock owning AES, owning the power company. I would certainly trust them and who they hire to run a power company better than the city of Indianapolis. I oppose the idea of a city-run, city-owned utility. I did not know the Qataris. CalPERS, by the way, is the California pension system. I wouldn't want to be around that either. But we're allowing the Qataris to buy our power grid? Absolutely not. That's insane. As a matter of national security, and we have to stop this relationship with Qatar. If we want to be working with them to take out the Iranian regime, I'm fine with that. Allow them to own land or property or power companies in the U.S. That is ridiculous. You have to be an American company to own these important infrastructure pieces. So to that end, the treasurer is right. And this simply is a problem that has to be dealt with not only on a state level, but on a federal level, where members of Congress and both the House and the Senate and the executive branch have to get involved. The Qataris, the Chinese, not welcome. The British, not welcome. They can't own these things in the U.S. Zero. And we have to start making those moves immediately. Immediately, if not sooner. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC, good morning.
It's Hammer here for my friends at Technology Recyclers. You can't just throw away your electronics. Some weirdo is going to hack your information and then it's all out there on the dark web. This is where Technology Recyclers come in. They will make sure your data is destroyed. Tech-recyclers.com or call 1-800-237-3887 to find out more about their free business pickups or local residential drop-offs. Technology Recyclers, tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
You love spring in Indy, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, south side, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic, Edgewood Avenue went to 465, and again from South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That's a 4-minute delay. West side, northbound 465, slow from 10th up to Crawfordsville Road, and flooding. Checking this out, this is on Harding Street between East 10th and 465 at Hannah Avenue. Watch for flooding today. You could have a day at the intersections, and if you do see a deep flooded zone, make sure you turn around. Don't mess with that stuff. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help you find your perfect bed. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
High five. Up top.
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
I work here.
I work here.
I work here. I work here.
I work here.
I work here.
We all work here at Radio 1 Indianapolis, one of the most diverse media groups in the world. We bring very different backgrounds and ideas together to create the best information and entertainment around. And right now, we're looking for someone to join the family. We have a rare opening for an integrated marketing specialist. If you're an experienced sales professional with a proven background, we want to talk to you. Apply now at radio1.com/careers. Bilingual preferred. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
This month, get zero resified from Indy's #1 carpet cleaner. Buy 1 room of carpet cleaning, get 1 free. Unlimited rooms. Yep, unlimited. Living rooms, bedrooms, basements. Buy 1, get 1 free throughout your home. Winter left behind salt and slush, dust and allergens. The heroes at Zero Res remove that buildup so your home feels fresh again without any soap residue or harsh chemicals. So beat the spring rush. Call 317-388-5141. Visit ZeroResIndy.com and you ask for the WIBC special.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Bobby girl in the Bobby world.
Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your four walls, you call Booher, and the next thing you know, you've got something you actually want to look at. Kitchen, bathroom, basement, a place in the house that works for you and your family. You speak to the good people at Booher, and you're like, hey, I need a kitchen that has a better flow. They can help you make that happen. I need a kitchen that has more storage space. They can help make that happen. I need to upgrade this kitchen so it looks like it's from, I don't know, this century. Booher can make that happen. How about a bathroom that accommodates your growing family or your changing lifestyle? A basement that's actually a part of the home and not just some dumping ground. The best material, the most skilled craftsmen, Booher Remodeling. For over 2 decades, taking care of the people of Central Indiana, taking care of my family, let them take care of your family as well. Booher, incredible people, incredible work. You got to talk to them today. Find out how easy it is to work with them, how little stress there is, and how much better your house is going to feel. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn, because there is more. Now, we have not gotten into President Trump saying to Spain, hey, you don't want to work with us, we don't want to work with you. Spain is an outrageously leftist enclave. This is a country that recognizes the state of Palestine, which doesn't exist. And they have said that they will not allow the U.S. to use bases that are connected to them. They've said, sorry, we're not going to allow this for your action on Iran. Okay. So President Trump says Spain has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott, which would mean Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain won't even pay the 5% regarding NATO. And he followed it up with about using the bases. He said, that's all right. We can use their base if we want. We can just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to. But they were very unfriendly. Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership. So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't want anything to do with Spain. I'm very okay with that. Now, the response, the reaction, I think a rational one would be, whoa. Are we sure that by cutting off trade with Spain, there aren't things that we might need that are important logistically, important medically, important national security? We could be getting things from them that we need to utilize. I think that's a very legitimate question. You don't want to just say something to say it. You don't want to just fly off a handle. You want to have make sure you've got all your ducks in a row before you make some kind of move. Now, I have not found anything that we get from the Spaniards. I can't say that my deep dive has been that deep. But as a matter of concept, best of luck to you, Spain. Best of luck to you. If you want to go down this road, and by the way, the support of terrorism in supporting the Palestinian state, well, I guess I'm not getting to Barcelona anytime soon, and that trip for spring break to Ibiza, well, that's not happening. I mean, that wasn't going to happen anyway. What were you going to do? What were you going to do? No, I would rather bring you this. The Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, well, fulfilling his prophecy of being remarkably weak.
We support efforts to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon and to prevent its regime from further threatening international peace and security. Because Canada is taking the world as it is, not passively waiting for a world we wish to be. We do, however, take this position with regret because the current conflict is another example of the failure of the international order. Despite decades of UN Security Council resolutions, the tireless work of the International Atomic Energy Agency, and the succession of sanctions and diplomatic frameworks, Iran's nuclear threat remains. And now, the United States and Israel have acted without engaging the United Nations or consulting allies, including Canada. So where to from here? With a rapidly spreading conflict and growing threats to civilian life. Canada reaffirms that international law binds all belligerents. We condemn the strikes carried out by Iran on civilians and civilian infrastructure across the Middle East. And we implore all parties, including the United States and Israel, to respect the rules of international engagement. Canada calls for a rapid de-escalation of hostilities and is prepared to assist in achieving this goal.
How would you assist in achieving this goal? Are you going to assist in achieving this goal like the UN was able to achieve a non-nuclear threatening Iran, a non-terror supporting Iran? Is this how you're going to achieve this goal? The failure of the international order, Prime Minister Carney, is that there is no order without the United States leading the way. This is your problem, and you did not have to be consulted in moves that the United States made. They required no notification of the world writ large. The international order has allowed terrorism to reign. It doesn't work. That's the issue. You think Trump is the threat to the international order? The international order is the threat to a free and thriving world. It's time to put an end to the UN. It's time to put an end to this idea that somehow we have to build this coalition. We have to act when it is in our best interest, and it is up to Americans to decide when that is and debate these things out. And who gives a damn what the Canadians think? Which will lead us to a story about the Brits. Oh, that's a story. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
West side northbound 465, stop and go traffic from West 10th up to Crawfordsville Road. South side northbound 65, delayed in the construction from Keystone Avenue to the South Split. That's a 6-minute delay. Northbound 65, we grind down before Southport Road and slow again from Edgewood to 465. Eastbound 465, stop and go from I-65 past Emerson Avenue. On the east side, northbound 465, slow from 74 to Washington. Inbound 69 delayed 4 minutes, 106th Street to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop Pet Friendly Carpet and Luxury Vinyl Plank on sale now, plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. For service today? Today.
You love spring and Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Party people, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. For my friends at We Grow Hair Indie, WeGrowHairIndie.com. Darren Andrews and his amazing team, they told me flat out, we can fix that big bald spot on the back of your dome. So if you're anything like me and you want to look better, contact We Grow Hair Indie, WeGrowHairIndie.com, or call 317-522-2995.
When Dugan Air began servicing Johnson, Shelby, Bartholomew, Brown, Morgan, and Marion County over 17 years ago, they focused on a great customer experience. That has grown into the Dugan difference. Dugan is always looking to go above and beyond for their customers, consistently giving top-notch service every time. You will be taken care of. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com. Go DuganAir.com. Dugan Air.
Premium service, no shenanigans.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use strength.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
This will go on and off through Friday. The rain has stopped for now, but it looks foggy out there. And it's 44 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Rain will ease a little bit around midday, then pick up again later this afternoon. By tonight, a few more inches could fall, raising the risk of flooding.
Primarily concerned with a threat for isolated large hail, potentially some damaging wind. Can't entirely rule out brief tornado depending on where the warm front happens to be.
That's forecaster Joe Neal talking about the risk for severe weather. He also says low-lying areas could flood, and if the road looks impassable to pass, it probably is. A flood watch remains in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard says he thought his time in politics was over, but he says recent events have pulled him back in. He's now running for Indiana Secretary of State as an independent.
This office must not be partisan. It should be mainly focused on one thing: safeguarding the integrity and professionalism of our elections.
And he previously served 2 terms as mayor and spent more than 2 decades in the U.S. Marine Corps. The Pentagon has released information on 4 U.S. Army Reserve soldiers killed in the ongoing conflict in Iran. They were among the 6 service members who died when an Iranian airstrike hit a tactical operations center in Kuwait. Officials say the 4 were from 4 different states and ranged in age from 20 to 42. Israel says its military carried out airstrikes in what it calls Iranian security headquarters in Tehran as part of ongoing attacks in Iran happening in recent days.
Dozens of targets across Iran's capital were struck overnight. Residents woke to find more government-linked buildings reduced to rubble. One was the headquarters of the Basij paramilitary force, a feared group that clamps down on dissent.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage reporting. The first primaries of the midterm elections held in Texas, North Carolina, and Arkansas yesterday. In Texas, Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and Texas State Representative James Tallarico faced off in a heated race. Tallarico won that race, and Jasmine Crockett says she plans to sue for cheating. Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Quarterback Daniel Jones is getting the transition tag from the Indianapolis Colts. That means he's free to talk with other teams, but the Colts can keep the right to match any deal within 5 days. And if Jones hasn't signed an outside offer by July 22nd. His only option is to work out with the Indianapolis Colts. The 15th ranked Purdue Boilermakers play Northwestern on the road tonight at 8:30. And forward Trey Kaufman-Wren says the team isn't letting their 2-game losing streak get in their heads.
I think just moving on and trying to win this game. I mean, you played 2 games with no breaks, so you kind of just have to go into the next game. There is no time to be something.
And Purdue closes out the regular season Saturday with senior night at Mackey Arena. The Big Ten tournament starts next week. A 4-game losing streak is what IU men's basketball team's trying to break tonight when they host Minnesota. They'll also honor their seniors. For fans headed to the game, the senior night ceremony starts at 6:10, and the Indiana Pacers have dropped 6 straight. And head coach Rick Carlisle knows they've got their work cut out for them as they start a 4-game West Coast road trip.
The Clippers are on a real tear, playing great. The Lakers are going to be a tough game. Portland's had a good year and had a lot of great wins. And then, it's never easy playing in Sacramento.
And the Indiana Pacers playing Benedict Mathurin, who's on the Clippers for the first time since trading him. Tip-off at 10:30 tonight. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, check it out. The south side, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic, Southport Road up to 465. And again, from South Keystone Avenue into the South Split, that's a 6-minute delay through construction. Inbound 70 slows Emerson Avenue past Sherman Drive. Inbound 69, 6-minute delay from 116th Street to 82nd. East side southbound 465 slow in a couple of spots from Washington down to 74. Flooding reported on Harding Street. This is between 465 and Hannah Avenue. If we have it there, we could have it anywhere. Watch those city streets today. They could be flooded. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
In London, voices rose in Parliament. The question was no longer whether to punish Boston, but how hard.
WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter.
March 4th, 1774. Debate intensified in Parliament over how to respond to the Boston Tea Party. Hardliners pushed to close the city's port and make an example of defiance. Moderates warned the move would inflame the colonies. Within weeks, the Boston Port Act would pass, sealing the harbor and strangling trade. What began as debate would become punishment. And what was meant to isolate Boston would unite the colonies against Britain.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, I am not Southern enough to know what this is, but I'm hoping KFC does. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you during downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what is next on the program. I find myself on the Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. All sorts of stuff is there on the Marketplace. The whole Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash, and the Attorney General has it. Why? Because, well, there's this final paycheck. You got a refund. You got a dividend. I don't know why you're getting this cash, but it is yours. It's not free. It's your money, and the Attorney General's holding on to it, and that's not what he wants to do. He wants to get it to you. So go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and get your cash, or text my name, Tony, to 46220. Text Tony to 46220 and find out how easy it is to get what is yours in your pocket. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Bear joins me right now. Producer Carl's out there somewhere. I know that you are a very, very healthy man, very strong man. According to the ladies, virile.
Oh, why, thank you, everybody.
But I also know that you don't mind a little bit of cheating.
No, I cheat all the time.
Not on your ladies. Oh, no. No, you are straight as an arrow right there.
Cheat on everything.
But when it comes to sometimes while you're having your oatmeal at night, was it 5 bowls of oatmeal?
No, it was 8 last night. It was
eight bowls.
Bad night. Yeah, it was tough.
For the record, everybody, I have no idea if he's kidding or not.
I'm not.
I don't know. I'm telling you that's not what oatmeal sounds like, Carl. Could you stop? I'm saying that it's very possible that Matt Bear, one bowl after another. By the way, I think it's one bowl after another. I don't think there are actually 8 bowls adorning his duvet, and he's sitting there in bed eating one after another.
Oh no, I put a towel down.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I put a towel.
And you make all 8 bowls and you just set them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a system.
And you wash 8 bowls a night
every morning when I get up.
Every morning.
Yeah, I get up at 1:45 and I wash all 8 bowls. I let the water sit in them for a minute so it loosens up the dry oatmeal.
Right.
It's a plan.
It's
a
good idea. But do you ever like have yourself a cheat day with, let's say, Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Not in a while, but I do love the KFC, and everybody should have a cheat day. I believe in them very much.
Okay, so you believe in the cheat day.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against KFC, but I will tell you that I have had a bad experience with food and food issues maybe 3 times in my life, and twice involved KFC. So I am an avoider of the KFC. This, Matt Bear, is a 1950s Kentucky Fried Chicken shortening scoop. And I'm telling you right now, I have no idea what this is. I need someone more southern than me to figure it out.
Okay, this is at Tony Katz. I find this.
Yeah, I put this up there on the Twitter X at Tony Katz. This is out of Ohio. And you can pick this up for $5, which at that moment, just throw it out or donate it. What are we even doing? It says Kentucky Fried Chicken on it, but I don't know what a shortening scoop is. This is like if you're taking Mama's Little Baby Loves shortening, and you put the shortening on in the recipe. This is what you use. This is what you use to scoop it out.
Yeah. This is a metal ladle, Tony. This is something you just scoop that gravy out of the bucket, the gravy bucket you get at KFC, and you just eat it plain. I mean, it's huge. It is,
it's a big, and it's not a ladle. It's a spoon, not a ladle.
That's ladling.
It's not a ladle.
Yeah, it is.
You don't even know what a ladle is.
It's something you scoop with.
Yeah,
it's seriously. I mean, you can use it for anything. You can keep it on a nightstand for the oatmeal. You can leave it in the kitchen. So
you can ladle the oatmeal into the bowl, but you cannot ladle the oatmeal into your mouth. It's going to make a mess.
No, you're a rookie. Noob.
I'm not a rookie.
Noob.
Look at me. Who's the rookie?
I would find it. There's 100 uses for the metal ladle. It's good. I would buy this. I'd let this into my home.
It's actually kind of kitsch cool.
It is cool.
I just don't know what a shortening scoop is. I'm assuming it's for cooking. It's just what you would use to take the shortening out, and you add something dedicated to it.
You know what you use this for? You use this to ring the dinner bell back and forth. You put it in the bell. That's what you use. And then everybody comes.
Because you live out on the ranch on Mass Ave?
On the balcony, I have to
Do you do that? You take the spoon, hit the triangle to let you know that your oatmeal's done?
I get done at rush hour, 7:15, and I ring the dinner bell, and everybody comes up.
So are you in for the spoon? $5, yes or no?
No, I don't want this in my place.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
You could use it for your oatmeal.
I could use it for a lot of things.
You could. You could. It's kitsch.
Hello, lady.
It's fun. I don't know if I want to go to El Dorado, Ohio for it. Do you know where El Dorado, Ohio is?
No. Take 70.
Oh, you do? You do take 70 past Richmond.
Keep going.
And it's there. Going. It's on the north side of 70 before you get to Dayton.
Okay.
So
if you've gone to Richmond, you've gone too far.
No, if you've gone to Richmond, you still got to keep going.
All right. Okay. All right. That's outbound.
For other things, if you've gone to Richmond, you've gone too far. Man, look at us throwing shade at Richmond like they deserve it. All of a sudden, the people in Muncie are going, that's right. That's how it feels.
Vindicated.
Vindication?
Nothing like redemption.
Find this on the marketplace. Everything is on the marketplace that we talk about at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
You've probably heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's not houses, cars, or anything like that. It's actually your money being held by the Indiana Attorney General's Office Unclaimed Property Division. We're talking forgotten wages, old bank accounts, refunds, insurance payouts, stock dividends, and more. Right now, nearly $1 billion is waiting to be claimed by Hoosiers just like you. Find out if some of it is yours. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. It's fast, free, and easy.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic. Southport Road up to 465 into construction. And we hit the brakes again at South Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's an 8-minute delay. Inbound 69 slows before 106 to 465. East side northbound 465 stop and go from 74 to Penn Pike. It's slow from 70 up to East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hammer and Nigel here, Window Nation, WindowNation.com. Man, I love my Window Nation windows. They look great on my house. And if your heat or AC was running more than it should, no matter the weather, it's probably because your window insulation has failed. When it does, all your heat escapes in the winter and your cool AC in the summer. The pros at Window Nation can help you get new energy-efficient windows at an awesome price.
And right now, the more you buy, the more savings you get. Up to 50% off all window styles. And be sure to ask about Window Nation's special financing options, including $0 down and payments as little as $199 a month. In March, the more you buy, the more savings you could enjoy. Contact Window Nation right now. WindowNation.com, 866-90-NATION. But you got to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
See Tim McGraw live with 49 Winchester on Friday, September 18th at Ruoff Music Center. A huge night of country you won't want to miss. Tickets available now at WIBC.com.
Just to see you smile.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun.
Live streaming over at YouTube, youtube.com/WIBC. Don't forget to subscribe. And the chat room is discussing whether or not you should refrigerate eggs, to which I am having a small stroke. What do you mean you don't refrigerate your eggs? I'm not going to get into it right now. I've never heard of such insanity. What do you mean you don't refrigerate your eggs? This is more insane than Matt Bear's 8 bowls of oatmeal every night. By the way, every night. Every night.
Yeah.
They don't refrigerate their eggs, Matt.
Yeah, you're supposed to sit on them.
Okay, you're not helping.
Oh, sorry.
You're not. That's if you want them to hatch. I want them to be over easy. See the difference?
Oh, boil.
God, you're just the
boil them tomorrow.
Just the worst. Also being reported that Israel has killed Rahman Makadam. Rahman Makadam, who was the head of the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the one who planned the assassination attempt on the eve of the 2024 presidential election of Donald Trump. That is the reporting right now. We will get to it. But the big story for us locally is Brownsburg. The Brownsburg Community School Corporation settling a lawsuit with John Klug. I think it's pronounced Klug. The Alliance Defending Freedom, representing him in court, said the district has agreed to pay $650,000 and retrain staff on religious discrimination. This was the music teacher who feels he got forced to resign because he wouldn't use names and pronouns for transgender students because they made a policy change in 2018. And what the school district said is, we don't want to continue with litigation. We would rather have a settlement. I want this to be noted. And I want all of those people supporting the abuse of children to be aware you're going to lose every time because that's the way it has to be. I want you to know you lost. I want you to feel it. Stop abusing children. Stop thinking that this is all okay and normal. All of you on LinkedIn and everywhere else with your ridiculous pronoun talk, stop it. If you are on LinkedIn and it says he, him, or she, her, what you're saying is, don't hire me. Those should be your pronouns. You're not worth the job because you're focused on things that aren't about the job. You're not worth my time. You want to be able to abuse children by telling them you could say that you're a girl and we have to oblige? No one has to oblige. The idea of forcing speech doesn't exist in English common law. It doesn't exist. The answer is no. And I'm glad that we fight you on it all the time and in every way. I'm glad we took up this culture war. And as I said years ago, damn straight it's a culture war and we're going to win. And we're winning and you're losing. And you need to know that you're losing. And you need to know why. Because you abuse children and we think it should stop. We know it should stop. And our plan is to stop you. So why don't you just stop? Because you're child abusers, all of you. You're not kind, you're not decent, you're not good. I am thrilled by this. I don't know if the dollar amount is right or wrong. I have no way of deciding that. I don't even know how necessarily it would be decided. I do know that anybody pushing the delusions of children, feeding into mental illness, supporting it, and then utilizing the state via the schools to push this stuff or defend this stuff or use as a shield against any kind of litigation, you deserve to lose. You deserve to lose huge. You should be humiliated. Now do better. That's it. That's the tweet. Now do better. This is an Indiana story, but it should be a national story. Now, should this teacher have ever resigned? No. He then tried to rescind the resignation. The school was like, nope, we're not going to let you do that. And then he sued for religious discrimination. You don't have to use anybody's preferred speech at all. At all or in any way. They can't force you. Fight them on every single level. Fight them in the courts. Fight them in the court of public opinion. We have to win and they have to lose because they abuse kids and they have to be stopped. That's the story here. Share this story everywhere. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's an 11-minute delay. Crash on the west side, High School Road at Crawfordsville Road. In from the west side, eastbound 70 now stop-and-go traffic Belmont into the South Split. Southbound 6570 loaded North Split down to Fletcher Avenue. And inbound 65 slows before the White River down to 21st Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Are you within 5 years of filing for Social Security? You know, when you file impacts more than your benefits check. It could also impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and your Medicare premiums. Learn the best time for you to file for your benefits with a free customized Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. This analysis pinpoints exactly how you could get the most out of your benefits while considering the impact on your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and more. Go to yourretirementguy.com to schedule that analysis.
And it's absolutely free. If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
Cameron Nigel here. Did your New Year's resolution stall? Now's your second chance. At Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promos to give you the new start you need. If you've been feeling exhausted and have lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Want to start testosterone therapy? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise.
At Low T Center, you can get insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. Low T Center has served over 500,000 patients since 2009 and continues to lead the industry in TRT. This month, enjoy a free men's T test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for that free T-test today. That's lowtcenter.com. Hey, what's up? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. And if clutter is taking over your home or your business, it's time to call Rubbish Works. They handle residential and commercial cleanouts, garages, basements, offices, even construction debris, furniture, appliances, junk, you name it. You just point, and they do the heavy lifting. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off. Book right now at rubbishworks.com, 317-207-2749. Tell them Hammer sent you.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $160 more.
See store for details.
Hey, what's up? It's Nigel. I had a chance to stop by PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. It's such a great, unique, family-owned jewelry store. Huge selection and probably the most competitive pricing on these beautiful pieces of jewelry that I've ever seen. So, guys, did you forget your anniversary again? Trying to impress a lady in your life? Celebrating a birthday? You have to get to PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. They don't mark up their jewelry like the other guys. Sale prices every single day. PA Jewelers in Brownsburg. Tell them him Nigel say.
I work here.
I work here. I work here.
I work here.
I work here.
I work here.
We all work here at Radio 1 Indianapolis, one of the most diverse media groups in the world. We bring very different backgrounds and ideas together to create the best information and entertainment around. And right now, we're looking for someone to join the family. We have a sales assistant position available. If you've got great organizational skills and an interest in media and entertainment, we want to talk to you. Apply now at radio1.com/careers. Bilingual preferred. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
Good Wednesday morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, what IMPD is saying about threats to an AES Indiana Town Hall, what forecasters are saying about more rain, and what gas experts are saying about prices. After Fox News, from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a soggy Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock.
They're urged to leave the Middle East, but many Americans can't. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It's quite difficult, actually, to find real information. The State Department has been helpful. They've been providing alerts.
No, that's Louise Hurley, stuck in Dubai. And just before she went on Fox,
I found out that our flight tonight has also been canceled. So we're, kind of back to square one. Not sure when we're going to be getting out.
This as Iran keeps targeting U.S. facilities in the region. And a short time ago on state TV, Iran's Revolutionary Guard threatened the complete destruction of the region's military and economic infrastructure. Iran and Hezbollah just launched more rockets and missiles into Israel. And then
Turkey's Ministry of Defense says that an Iranian ballistic missile was launched toward their country, and it was shot down by NATO air defense systems.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
This comes as the Israelis are going after more of those launching positions inside of Iran. Strikes against the Iranian capital of Tehran.
So that we'll get an update from War Secretary Pete Hegseth any minute now from the Pentagon. The U.S. has hit nearly 2,000 targets in Iran so far. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, tells Fox Business this remains the goal.
Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. They can't have the ballistic missiles to hold the entire region
But
hostage.
Democrats, unsatisfied with briefings, are considering a war powers resolution this week in Congress, trying to limit U.S. action.
Donald Trump has unconstitutionally and illegally chosen to launch a war.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. A congressman's been voted out in Texas. Dan Crenshaw's re-election bid ends with a primary loss to a Republican challenger in the race for a Texas Senate seat.
James Tallarico defeated Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett in that hotly contested primary. We don't know yet what Republican Tallarico is going to face. The Republican race there is going to come down to a runoff in May between Senator John Cornyn and State Attorney General Ken Paxton.
That's Doug Luzader. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There's a brief break, but more of this is on the way. Rain has eased up for now in downtown Indianapolis. It's still a little bit foggy. Temperatures at 44 degrees, going up to 57. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
We did set a daily record yesterday for March 3rd, 2.59 here at Indy. That broke the previous record, 2.24, from just 3 years ago, March 3rd of 2023.
National Weather Service forecaster Joe Neild says the rain easing up a little bit today, but more showers are on the way. He says roads are flooded right now.
Be prepared to move to higher ground if at all possible. And you want to make sure that the routes you would use to get there are also clear as well.
And a flood watch is in effect until 10 a.m. Former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard is stepping back into public life after years away from elected office. He's now launching a campaign for Indiana Secretary of State as an independent candidate.
I thought my career in public service had ended. But when you see something this broken and know you can fix it, you step forward. That's why today I'm announcing that I'm running for Indiana Secretary of State, and I'm doing it as an independent.
Ballard previously served 2 terms as Indy mayor after winning the office in 2007 and securing re-election in 2011. He chose not to run again after a second term and later took a role at the University of Indianapolis. AES Indiana says threats
forced them last night to cancel a planned meeting at the Ortho Indy Foundation YMCA along Lafayette Road.
I don't believe the threat theory. I just feel like AES does not want to come and face the music.
That woman was one of several people standing outside the Y in the rain that was demanding answers.
Very disappointed. I feel like that AES owes the consumers as far as an explanation.
And IMPD tells WIBC they are not aware of any threats at this time. The event had been rescheduled long before this week's announcement that AES Indiana and its Ohio operations were being sold to a private investment group led by BlackRock.
The operations will still be done locally by AES. So you're still going to have the same people operating, but they're going to answer to a different set of shareholders.
Indianapolis City County Councilor Michael Paul Hart appearing on the WIBC Hammer and Nigel show last night. Gas prices are rising across the state this morning due to tensions in Iran. Here's John Herrick.
Retail fuel prices are based on replacement cost, not historical cost. That's part of the reason Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says most gas stations in Indiana will see increases this week to as high as $3.29 or even $3.49 a gallon because of how volatile the situation is in Iran. As for $4 a gallon gas,
but again, kind of reassuring. I don't yet foresee $4 a gallon gas in our future. If that does happen, we'll be sure to keep an update on it.
But in the immediate term, DeHaan says 2 price jumps are possible this week alone. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The IU men's basketball team gets back to work tonight trying to shake off a 4-game losing streak. They play Minnesota in Bloomington in its senior night. Coverage right here on 93 WIBC starts at 5:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 8:05 on a soggy Wednesday with traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, looking at inbound 65, a 9-minute delay from MLK down to 21st. At South Side, northbound 65 slows after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a construction zone and a delay of 8 minutes. Looking at Harding Street, both directions between 465 and Hannah. Flooding reported there. If it could be there, it could be anywhere on the city streets especially. So please watch out. Turn around if you see a flood. Looking at inbound 69, slow before 96, 282nd. And on the northwest side, northbound 465, stop and go traffic from 86th Street up to 865. Crash west side, High School Road at Crawfordsville Road. Traffic sponsored by Weatherbug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with Weatherbug. It's easy to use, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free Weatherbug app today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:06. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The war continues in Iran. The strikes continue by the United States and Israel. Iran has responded with strikes against Arab nations in the area. The Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, right now giving a press conference, giving updates. I will start you from the beginning of their commentary.
Well, good morning. I stand before you today with one unmistakable message about Operation Epic Fury. America is winning, decisively, devastatingly, and without mercy. Under the direct command of President Trump, the War Department unleashed this operation early Saturday morning, just 4 days ago, which means we need to remember 2 things. First, we are only 4 days into this. Metrics are shifting, dust is settling, and more forces are arriving. It's very early, and as President Trump has said, we will take all the time we need to make sure that we succeed. Second, we are only 4 days into this, and the results have been incredible. Historic, really. Only the United States of America could lead this, only us. But when you add the Israeli Defense Forces, a devastatingly capable force, the combination is sheer destruction for our radical Islamist Iranian adversaries. They are toast, and they know it. Or at least, soon enough, they will know it. And we have only just begun to hunt, dismantle, demoralize, destroy, and defeat their capabilities just 4 days in. Starting last night and to be completed in a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace. I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC, Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets.
Now, you might think, as when I first heard him speak, this is not a conversation that one has to elucidate the American people, to take seriously what is happening, the loss of American lives, some that have been lost and some more, as we now know the names of 4 U.S. service members who were killed by Iranian blowback. No, this is a message to the IRGC. That's my immediate take. This is about demoralizing the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. U.S. military bases have been targeted, as News Nation reports it. You've got, of course, all flights have been suspended, canceled, changed, shifted. You have Americans who can't get back from Israel and other nations. But that, what you just heard from Secretary Hegseth, is absolutely a message to the IRGC. You can't win this. That is psychological warfare. Does anybody even question what it is they just heard? What the purpose of it was? I mean, I'll put money on it. That's it.
Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours truly. Our rules of engagement are bold, precise, and designed to unleash American power, not shackle it. This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down, which is exactly how it should be. Thus far, Operation Epic Fury has delivered twice the air power of shock and awe of Iraq in 2003, minus Paul Bremer and the nation building. The campaign has 7 times the intensity of Israel's previous operations against Iran during the 12-day war. 7 times. And as President Trump said, more and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started.
We have not been told what that big wave is yet. We will get into that. Also, yesterday I spoke with Senator Jim Banks about what is taking place. I will share that with you coming up in just a few moments. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
We had downsized. In that downsizing, my husband lost his man cave.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Deb.
My husband and I were at the home show and saw all these vendors with garage floor coatings. The one that stayed with us was Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy.
I'm the only one home, and so it's nice when well-dressed, clean-cut, respectful crew show up. That's what Galaxy sent.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, and driveways in as little as 1 day, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Warranties are real important for us, and to know that should there be an issue, Galaxy was standing behind it. That's pretty much what tipped us over to go with Galaxy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
We are so proud to open our garage store.
We're out of this world.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration.
And Dr. Prather, we're talking about how structure function care helps in this struggle with PTSD and addiction. Let's talk about auricular therapy.
If you stimulate different ear points, which is like an upside down fetus, and it actually corresponds very well to the areas of the brain, then you can actually see on MRI the different portions of the brain being stimulated that have to do with different areas. So the ear is the keyboard to the brain, and you can utilize that to get the brain to work better and to actually rewire. And it's actually the most proven therapy in the world. Matter of fact, it has better evidence, scientific evidence, than pharmaceuticals do for its use. So it's not something that's really debatable on whether it works or not.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
Traffic on the fives, Matt Bear, what do we know?
All right, Tony, northbound 65 out of the south side. Stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. East side northbound 465, time from 70 up to Penn Pike. At inbound 65 slows after 38th Kessler down to 21st Street. Northwest side northbound 465 slowing up 86 to 865. Eastbound 465 stop and go traffic Michigan Road over to US 31. A crash High School Road at Crawfordsville Road. Traffic sponsored by Staples. From posters to presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in store, or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:15.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-515-1771. That's 800-515-1771. 800-515-1771.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dan Kane, General Kane, continue their briefing on the war in Iran, the hits that keep being delivered by the United States, by Israel, and it is not going to end. They have been very, very clear about this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I spoke with Senator Jim Banks yesterday about this, your senator, Republican, Indiana, and asked him first and foremost, not only what does he think of what is happening, when did he learn about what was taking place?
Well, I wasn't briefed in a classified setting, Tony, but all of it was predictable. When the president sent 2 aircraft carrier strike groups to the Middle East, the second one a couple of weeks ago, we knew that something was imminent, and President Trump warned the Iranians something like 60 different times, come to the table and make a deal to stop your nuclear program, stop making your nuclear strides to build your nuclear program, stop building your missiles, make a deal with us, or there will be hell to pay. Well, they chose the hell to pay. And that's what happened over the weekend. President Trump has made it very clear in the last 24 hours that they haven't seen anything yet. The big strikes are still yet to come. So hopefully we have their attention. Obviously, the supreme leader, the top Ayatollah, has been taken out. There are others who still are alive who have taken over, but the strikes so far have been very effective. Over 30% by some Israeli intelligence of their military has been wiped out. Certain figures have been wiped out. So we know we have their attention, but there's still more work here to do if the Iranians don't come to the table immediately and make guarantees that they're going to stop building their nuclear program.
Well, it would make me question what member of the leadership is left to do such a thing. But, I heard the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, say that this is not a regime change war. And I will say to you that I did not buy into that. While I support the removal of the Ayatollah and the regime wholeheartedly as a value not only to the people of Iran, but to the United States, but to the Middle East as a whole, never mind the world, it is clearly, in my view, a regime change war. So when I hear you say people coming to the table, what table is there? What deal is possible in your belief that could be made that satisfies a not only a non-nuclear Iran but a free people of Iran?
Yeah, we're obviously we're past the point of making a deal, but I suppose if whoever is in charge in Iran today, whoever the next Ayatollah is that is the next man up. I wouldn't want that job, but whoever that Ayatollah is at the moment could call President Trump and say, okay, let's make a deal. You have our full attention. We are going to end our nuclear program. I suppose that might be the only thing left that they can do. But at this point, these are very evil people, the biggest state sponsor of terrorism in the world ever. And we are wiping out their capability to do more harm to America, to America's allies, to Israel. In this case, they've made very big tactical mistakes and firing rockets at all of their neighbors, maybe some of them who were previously sympathetic to them, but not anymore. I mean, firing rockets at Qatar, at Jordan, at Saudi Arabia. I mean, these are bad tactical mistakes that they've made that will ensure greater punishment to them in the future.
Talking to Senator Jim Banks of Indiana, you're a man who has served in the military, and I'm glad you brought that up because one could almost argue you could see a missile going at Saudi Arabia. They've been engaged in a proxy war in Yemen where the Iranian regime has been backing the Houthi rebels for years now. But you're right, Kuwait, Qatar, which clearly would have been on their side, the Jordanians claiming they had to shoot missiles down. This is a very weird move from Iran. I have made this a conversation regarding the Board of Peace. When you have all these nations working together to rebuild Gaza and skin in the game, this is the Iranians realizing they've lost leverage and they're very upset about it. But you're a military guy by trade. When you saw them shooting missiles at these other countries, did you say out loud, what am I looking at? Or did you say, okay, I know X, Y, and Z, and here's why they're doing it?
Yeah, it's deep. It's very puzzling, Tony, but it fits with what Secretary of State Rubio told us yesterday, the intelligence that Israel is going to strike Iran and Iran is going to retaliate by striking us. It doesn't make sense, but if that intelligence that Secretary Rubio reported to us yesterday, which I trust Secretary Rubio very much. So if that's the intelligence that precipitated us from getting this actively involved in what's going on there, it sort of fits with this puzzling strategy that the Iranians have. I mean, going after the Emiratis. I mean, what a foolish mistake on their part. But Qatar, I mean, remember, it was just 2 weeks ago that Qatar was telling us we can't use Al Udeid and military bases, our military bases, to strike Iran. Qatar has completely changed their tune on that. Even the British now have come to the table and given up. They told us we couldn't use Diego Garcia, a base that they controlled to strike Iran. Now they've backtracked on that. So Iran's activities so far have only guaranteed America and Israel greater global support for what's going on there. Right now, the French and the Chinese are the only ones who are complaining about it. So I like President Trump has gained a lot of allies in this regard who are on our side, who understand how evil Iran is. We have a moment in time right here to take out their capabilities and prevent them from causing more harm to America and to their neighbors.
Talking to Senator Jim Banks of Indiana, sits on the Armed Services Committee. We also heard Secretary Rubio discuss that the Israelis were going to make moves, and that would have left U.S. positions vulnerable. We didn't want them vulnerable, so we got engaged, which leads some to say that America was dragged into this war. Is that how you see it?
Not at all. I mean, President Trump isn't dragged into anything. President Trump understands the stakes. He's been talking about it. Again, he warned them 60-something times into your nuclear program, or we're going to bomb the hell out of you. They chose the bombing the hell out of them. So President Trump has been predictable through all of this. He wanted to make a deal. They didn't come to the table to make a deal. We weren't dragged into anything. But President Trump understands that these are the Ayatollahs, the regime there is very evil. What they did to kill American soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan, where I served, what they've done to go after Americans all over the globe. I mean, they had death threats on President Trump himself. I mean, the Iranians are the regime there is very evil. What they did to their own people. I mean, the human rights abuses there. So President Trump told them to knock it off. And President Trump backed it up. He unlike Obama, President Trump drew a red line and he kept it. And that's the type of global leadership that we get out of President Trump. The rest of the world has been put on notice. Our adversaries like China and Russia are noticing that President Trump doesn't play games. He doesn't play around. When he tells you what he's going to do, he actually does it.
If you want to hear the full interview with Senator Jim Banks, head on over to WIBC.com. Posted there. And of course, if you follow me on YouTube, Tony Katz, I'll have it there as well. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s. Matthew, what is going on?
East side, northbound 465, slow off 70 up to Penn Pike. And inbound 69 looks okay right now. Still a little bit slow from 96 to 82nd Street. A bad plain of flooding reported on. This is Harding Street between 465 and Hannah Avenue. And if it's there, could be anywhere. Do not drive into flooding today, please. South side, northbound 65, stop and go after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That is a 7-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
The State Department has urged Americans in 14 countries to leave, but there aren't any flights. Hey, it's Casey. Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
You do not have to live with pain. You can actually make moves to, get rid of the pain. And that's what the Good Feet store does. It helps you make moves to get rid of the pain. And the pain starts in your feet because you don't have proper balance. Well, because your arches are all messed up. Did you know you have 4 arches in your feet? You have 4 arches in your feet, and right now you don't get any proper support for them. That's why you need the Good Feet store. That's why you need to speak to one of their premier arch support specialists. That's why you need these inserts and this 3-step system that changes the way you stand. It builds up your arch, strengthens the arch, helps you maintain the arch. And when that happens, you're getting better balance. And then slowly your body gets into proper alignment. Your knees, your hips, your back. If you've got pain in those areas, that could be all coming from the fact that you have got no support in your feet whatsoever. And the Good Feet store, the Good Feet Arch Support Specialist can help with that. You got to try it for yourself. Head on over to the Good Feet store. Check out the 3-step system. I'm telling you, it's incredible. It has been great for me. Talk to the people at the Good Feet store. 2 Indy area locations at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood just off of 65. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in no time with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial cable.
The Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. For hunting, sporting, and personal protection gear, visit the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Your home is more than where you live. It's your biggest investment, and at B-Window, we help protect it. Upgrade to high-performance windows and doors designed to increase your home's value while dramatically reducing energy costs year after year. With 0% financing for up to 2 years, upgrading your home can be completely worry-free. Plus, for a limited time, buy any window or door, get the second at 50% off. Schedule your free in-home consultation at bwindow.com. Trust local, trust your home to beat.
Trust me. Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today.
Hammer and Nigel Show, back at it this afternoon. The latest on the United States and Iran. We'll have all the news you need to know starting at 3.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
4 days in, and U.S. leaders say progress is being made in the Middle East. It is sprinkling in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 44 degrees, going up to 57 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
Iran tried to kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh. Now, this is not a mission accomplished situation. This is simply a reality check.
U.S. War Secretary Pete Hegseth giving an update just minutes ago on the conflict in Iran during a press conference. General Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, said the U.S. owes a debt of gratitude to the Americans killed this week and
to our wounded warriors and their loved ones. We will never forget your sacrifice. Our nation stands with you, and we are eternally grateful for your courage, your resiliency, your devotion to this mission and to our nation.
And Hegseth also added that the U.S. will soon have complete control of Iran's airspace. Some roads this morning are in bad condition after rain just continued to fall through the night and into the morning. Forecaster Joe Neild at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, says even a little bit of rain moving can sweep away your car.
Especially if it's flowing with any sort of speed whatsoever. A foot to a foot and a half of flowing water will float just about any passenger vehicle. And once your tires have lost contact with the ground, you are entirely at the mercy of the water. And you're going where it's going.
And Neild says a flood watch is in effect for about the next 90 minutes that will continue through 10 a.m. this morning. A man now facing murder and arson charges after setting a fire on the west side at a mobile home that killed his girlfriend. Prosecutors say Rando Buchanan poured nail polish remover on a living room couch, lit it, and then walked away. The fire went out on its own, but Bonnie Arnold died from smoke inhalation in her bedroom. And Indianapolis City County Council member is concerned about BlackRock possibly acquiring AES Indiana. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
This big private equity firm, BlackRock, and some other partners of them looking to buy it. And one of the concerns that I have personally, but I also hear from a lot of people is, all right, we've got a for-profit company coming to buy a public utility.
That's City County Councilor Michael Paul Hart on WIBC's The Hammer and Nigel show on Tuesday. The total value of the sale is around $33.5 billion. If unanimously approved by AES's board, the deal could close later this year. Councilor Hart said he's already heard from Indy residents who are worried that service will falter and their electric rates will soar because of this deal with BlackRock. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC coming up on 8:34. The Indianapolis Colts are using the franchise transition tag, on Daniel Jones. The tag lets Jones negotiate with other teams, but it also gives the Colts 5 days to match any offer that he signs. If Jones doesn't sign an offer sheet elsewhere by July 22nd, then he can negotiate with Indianapolis. Purdue head coach Matt Painter says his team is not having much fun on the floor right now after dropping back-to-back games, including one last Sunday against unranked Ohio State.
You can't say all teams get into a rut, but most teams do. And now, how do you get yourself out of that rut? You gotta make your hard work fun.
Purdue is ranked 15th in the country. They play Northwestern tonight at 8:30. It's one of only 2 games they have left on the regular season schedule. The finale comes Saturday at home for senior night. Senior night tonight in Bloomington as IU takes on Minnesota at 6:30. The Hoosiers are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. The Indiana Pacers are trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. They tip off a West Coast road trip tonight in Inglewood, California against the LA Clippers. Coverage at 10 o'clock on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan and the tip goes up at 10:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
East side, northbound 465, slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. Westbound 70, slow through the north split out to Meridian Street. And inbound 65 tightens up at west to Meridian. South side, northbound 65, stop and go before Raymond into the south split. That's a 3-minute delay. Could have some areas of fog out there. We know it's raining, so please keep your headlights on if you would. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36. It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. We have got ourselves Dow futures up 114, NASDAQ futures up 122. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Markets are up. I thought it's a war. Everything was going to be a disaster. I guess not. Although everything can change. Remember, yesterday the markets were down 1,200 at one moment. Closed 400 down. Don't get me wrong. It's down. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree that a war with Iran, bombing of Iran, is going to rattle people. I am saying that nothing is permanent, and people want to act like it is for their political purposes. I believe in rationality. Oil prices, by the way, the West Texas crude is down a bit, $74.23 a barrel. Brent crude at $81.37 a barrel. The 10-year Treasury right now at 4.071. Gold prices, wait, where's the bid? There it is, $5,184. Silver right now at $85.40. Bitcoin up at 71,327. It was at 65 to 67,000 yesterday. Now, everything is going to be dependent for a while on what happens in this fight with Iran. Hegseth, in his remarks this morning, is very, very focused and very, very clear.
Our offensive operations, refined through months of relentless preparation, are unstoppable. And our defensive efforts are unprecedented. We have from the start put the protection of our troops ahead of everything else. Before we very publicly built up offensive combat power, we quietly ensured that our defensive posture and power was in place. And as we built up offensive combat power, we moved the vast majority of American troops, over 90% of Americans that were on our bases, what we say off the X, out of the range of Iranian fire. Our defensive shield is equally formidable, the most sophisticated air and missile defense network ever fielded. Thousands of Iranian missiles and drones have been intercepted and vaporized. Tens of thousands of American and allied lives protected. We have pushed every counter-UAS system possible forward, sparing no expense or capability. And like I said, this does not mean we can stop everything, but we ensured that the maximum possible defense and maximum possible force protection was set up before we went on offense. In closing, as President Trump told German Chancellor Merz yesterday, Iran negotiated in bad faith, stalling, scheming, and preparing to strike. And we acted decisively to defend our people, our interests, and our allies. President Trump took bold action, putting America first, the kind of bold action that the American people elected him to execute. To our steadfast partner, Israel, your mission is being executed with unmatched skill and iron determination. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with such a capable ally is a true force multiplier and a breath of fresh air.
Well, if you wanted to punch some of these European nations directly in the face, well done, Secretary Hegseth. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't take that as a punch directly in the face to the Europeans, specifically the Brits, where Keir Starmer is too busy trying to appease the Islamists in his nation, even while he sends Navy vessels to allegedly assist. I think it is what it is. I think this is a very, very interesting declaration. This isn't, oh, by the way, Israel, thanks for the assist. This is a very much lauding, glorifying, raising pedestal stuff. Now, you can say to me, well, Tony, they're in the fight with them. Of course, that's what they're going to do. I think it's a little bit more than that. I could be wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can debate it out. I think it's a little bit more about the story they're saying to everybody else. This is what a friend can do. This is what people could do who are serious about their defense. You know that 5% to NATO? Maybe it should be 6%. Wait for that conversation to come up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
As America celebrates 250 years, WIBC takes you inside the moments that built a nation.
The Spirit of 76. A 1-minute look at this day in the Revolution. The battles, debates, and turning points that transformed a collection of colonies into these United States.
Weekday mornings at 7:35 and 11:35, and afternoons at 3:35 and 6:35, or anytime on demand at WIBC.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, Hammer, I know you've had tremendous success with Premier Weight Loss. When I started the program in November with weight loss medication, I was at 216 pounds. I'm now down to 199. I haven't been at this weight since I was in my 20s. Hey, by the way, this is exciting. Premier Weight Loss is evolving. Of course, they're the GLP-1 and weight loss experts, but now they're helping patients not only lose weight, but improve their energy, vitality, and long-term health using hormone replacement therapy.
Take control of your health And there are two different locations, one at 96th and Meridian and another one off of 106th and 69. Set up an appointment with one of the professionals at Premier Weight Loss Indy. I am down nearly 25 pounds since I've started, and my muscle mass is up. All the numbers are trending in the right direction. This could be you. PWLindy.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this. Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career. Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Haven't met your goals? At Low T Center, they're extending their free testosterone test. No risks, no commitments, just answers.
Low T Center works with the most insurance plans and continues as the most trusted name in TRT. Book that appointment right now at lowtcenter.com.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Got friends or family who are hearing impaired? We've got you covered. Watch our shows aired live with closed captioning provided by Relay Indiana, making every moment accessible for all. Go to youtube.com/@WIBC to watch live and don't miss a moment.
Fives, Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
All right, Tony, southbound 6570 Fletcher Avenue. That's a stall in the left lane. No delay at the moment. We are delayed on northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a 5-minute delay. Inbound 70 slows rural over the North Split Rams into Meridian Street. Inbound 69 a little bit tight around 96. And on the north side, eastbound 465 slow from Michigan Road over to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 46 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:46. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has selected a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. I'm allowed to utilize the chat room watching there on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/WIBC, subscribe, and be a part of it. Or I can phone a friend. 50s, 60s is what I'm going with on this.
Nope, 1979.
1979, as I said, could be 1979. I'm going to phone a friend. Let's start this from the beginning. Matt Bear, what is this television theme song?
The Joker's Wild, Tony.
What?
Good work.
Joe Kershaw.
So the problem is it starts off a little almost mysterious, and then it gets into this floaty thing that would have you playing in some Fantasy Island style of show. Like maybe this is the closing credits of Fantasy Island.
No.
Yeah, I am at a loss of what we have here.
Dusty kind of gets it in the chat room.
Dusty kind of gets it. Yeah, but I don't know which one that is. I don't know what this show is. I'll check. Even though I'm not allowed to use Twitter X, they don't know. They don't know what it is. They're at a total loss. So I am going to go with this was the rejected theme song to Manimal. What is this?
Mrs. Columbo.
Mrs. Columbo?
The hell is that?
God. You you suck.
I knew you wouldn't get that one.
Mrs. Columbo. You know what? I'm glad we didn't know it. Could you imagine having that in your brain? Think of the things you could have been thinking about. Nope. Mrs. Columbo. Bloop, right there. Oh, I'm glad I lost. Screw it. Mrs. Columbo. On Tony Katz today, we will dig more into these Texas primaries where Jasmine Crockett is out. She loses the run to be the nominee in that Senate race, and she had to give up running for Congress. So, as I know it, no seat for her. Her career coming to an end. Too bad. So sad. I will miss her. For the lulls, as the kids say. Meanwhile, war operations continue in Iran. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, with comments earlier today.
To our Gold Star families, to our wounded warriors and their loved ones, we will never forget your sacrifice. Our nation stands with you, and we are eternally grateful for your courage, your resiliency, your devotion to this mission and to our nation. As the Secretary said, we're 4 days in, 103 hours into this campaign. The operation was again launched with clear military objectives designed to dismantle Iran's ability to project power outside of its borders, both today and in the future. First, we are targeting and eliminating Iran's ballistic missile systems to prevent them from threatening the U.S. Forces, partners, and interests in the region. Second, we are destroying the Iranian Navy, degrading its capacity, capability, and ability to conduct operations, not just in the Central Command AOR, but as the Secretary showed in the video, around the world. Third, we're ensuring Iran cannot rapidly rebuild or reconstitute its combat capability or combat power, and those phases will begin as the campaign continues. As of this morning, U.S. Central Command is making steady progress. Iran's theater ballistic missile shots fired are down 86% from the first day of fighting.
Now, that does not mean it's completely gone. But they are very, very insistent on saying we are crushing these people everywhere they are. The Israelis say they have hit more than 250 Hezbollah targets, which, of course, is to say Iranian targets, considering that Hezbollah is funded by the Iranians. They have said 4 to 5 weeks. It's very possible they have said exactly that, so this can be done in 2 weeks, and they could say, look how efficient we are. But my take on Hegseth, this morning's presser, is that this was a propaganda piece to the Iranians, to the IRGC. You can't win this. It's already over. You've already lost. It's time for you to walk away. breaking the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is everything. It is the entirety of the story. And until you can do that, you don't have the victory that allows you to have the people to decide their future, which is what President Trump said would occur. We will dig into more of this. We will have more on Tony Katz today at noon. We'll take a look at these primaries in Texas, and does it set anything up for the future? Dan Crenshaw's out, losing his primary to a Republican who was supported not only by President Trump, or at least showed his what was more Trump aligned, but was supported by Senator Ted Cruz, which is a huge story. So I will have that for you. Also, I did have one other story. Where is this? Where is it? Oh, yeah. Burger King changed the Whopper. I'm sorry. Did we need to do some kind of a emergency sounder? Because this is happening in America.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Oh, this is real. Burger King has changed the Whopper for the first time in a decade. More premium, better tasting bun. And instead of being in paper, it will come in a box. I don't know the last time I had a Whopper. I wonder if I'm due. I think I'm due. I'll catch you guys at noon. Matt Bear has traffic on the 5s.
All right, Tony, look at us.